إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد أحييكم بتحية الإسلام تحية من أهل الجنة تحية من عند الله مباركة طيبة وهي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, the theme of today's khutbah is the harmful effects of drugs, intoxicants, overdose, and the means of combating it. That is the theme of the sermon. Brothers and sisters in Islam, I enjoin you and myself fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla, as this is the commandment given to the people of the book, that the nation before us, and it is also the legislation upon us too, that is in this nation, the nation of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the consciousness of Allah, that Allah legislated upon each and every person. Everyone must fear Allah. Everyone will be conscious of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Fear Allah. For through this fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah bestows upon you His mercy. Be close to those who fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Then in everything of yours, if it's something which is beyond your power, beyond your control, or you have no knowledge, or you have little knowledge over it, consult those who reflect over the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Befriend those who reflect, the wise people, and make friends among the righteous. Take the righteous to be your friends, and anytime you are speaking, ensure you speak good to the people. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, the world, this world we are in, does not last forever. And each and every person, each and every one of us will definitely depart. We are not meant to be in this world forever and ever. One day we will all depart. What is going to remain in you is remembering and the trace, meaning what you left behind, good or bad. That means we must make sure we leave a good note. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned in the Quran, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. That whoever do righteous deeds, male or female, and he also have a belief, meaning al-iman wal-amal al-salih, he has these two, then Allah made it upon himself that فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً will surely give him a good life, a comfortable life. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, and we shall also give them their reward according to the best of what they have or they used to do. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, based on the topic, we'll be talking about drug abuse, the overdose, alcohol, or anything that has to do, anything that intoxicates. By the consensus of the scholars, each and every person or righteous predecessors And also our present scholars unanimously agreed that alcohol or anything that intoxicates, that is forbidden. It is haram for someone to take, whether liquid form or solid form. Provided it intoxicates, that thing, it is totally prohibited. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned in his statement that mudminul khamr ka'abid watani, a person or someone who is addicted to intoxicants, drug or alcohol or anything that intoxicates, ka'abid watani, is like someone who is worshipping idol. Meaning, if that person does not leave that trait in him, does not turn back to Allah with repentance, does not seek for Allah's forgiveness, and die in the state of mother taking those harmful substances or things that intoxicate him, that person, there is a sign that Allah will deprive that person from Jannah. The reason is because the Prophet ﷺ compared, or he said that the person who is addicted to drug is equal to someone who is worshipping idol. And a person worshipping idol, we all know his position, his mother, his abode on the day of resurrection. That person is committing shirk. And Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned in the Quran, وَمَنْ يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةِ وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارِ. Whoever is associating a partner to Allah, whether worshipping human or material, then Allah is going to deprive that person from Jannah, and his final and everlasting abode is going to be hellfire. Man according to the answer, the transgressor, the unjust people, will have no one to give them power or to save them from the punishment of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And the Prophet now compare the person who is worshipping idol, compare the person who is addicted to drug, intoxicants, as exactly like someone who is worshipping idol. Because by default, the mind that Allah Azza wa Jalla installed in you, it is a gift. It is a bounty from Allah Azza wa Jalla, which you need to utilize it in the right way. It is a bounty which you need to appreciate Allah. And how do you appreciate Allah Azza wa Jalla for that bounty? Is for you to use it in the right direction. That is the al-aql. Allah installed that mind in mother to you, in you, while some people doesn't have that gift. Some people are avoiding the mother, that faculty, the mother, the sense of responsibility is not in them already. They are in a state of madness. But Allah make you now give you that brain for you to utilize it in a right order. You are now using it in taking something that will damage it. That is totally prohibited by the statement of the Prophet ﷺ and also by the statement of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah made it made its prohibition. The prohibition of mother, alcohol, intoxicants, or anything that intoxicates come in many stages in the Quran, based on the statement of mother, based on how Allah revealed the Quran. At the initial stage of Islam, it was not haram, it was not prohibited completely. It took stages. The first stage, Allah Azza wa Jalla, at the first stage, while the companions were addicted, it's just like were addicted to mother, to something intoxicants, alcohol or wine. Allah Azza wa Jalla brought down an ayah. وَمِن ثَمَرَاتِ النَّخِيلِ وَالْأَعْنَابِ تَتَّخِذُونَ مِنْهُ سَكَرًا وَرِزْقًا حَسَنًا إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ. وَمِن ثَمَرَاتِ النَّخِيلِ, from the fruit of mother and nakhil, palm, date palm, وَالْأَعْنَابِ, and grape. تَتَّخِذُونَ مِنْهُ سَكَرًا, you obtain intoxicants from them, from the both. يَتَّخِذُونَ مِنْهُ سَكَرًا وَرِزْقًا حَسَنًا, and through them also you have good provision, because at that time it was not prohibited. They sell it, and again through date palm someone gets income for that. there is a good provision for that through rather the income that someone obtained from it. Allah now mentioned that, now described just like the ingredients which people get mother from produce intoxicants or wine from. Allah now says, "Inna fi dhalika la'ayatan liqawmin ya'qilun." In that, it is a sign for those who reflect, for those who have understanding. Then, when the ayah was revealed, Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, he was not just satisfied them being in a state of mother, in a state of intoxicating. Then he now made supplication. Allahumma bayyin lana bayanan shafiyan. O Allah, make it crystal clear the position or the ruling of mother intoxicant, the ruling of wine. Is it halal or it is haram? Sayyidina Umar really want to know. He's taking it but he's not satisfied with it. And anytime Sayyidina Umar make a suggestion, an ayah of the Quran, Allah revealed an ayah in support of what he is suggesting. Then Allah now revealed an ayah also because he was so accustomed in asking the Prophet ﷺ about the ruling of mother wine. Is it haram or halal? And the Prophet ﷺ does not mention something from his self-inclination, rather through the revelation that Allah revealed to him through an ayah of the Quran. Then Allah now revealed another ayah to the Prophet ﷺ. This is the second stage now. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ. They are asking you regarding the verdict. They are asking you a verdict عَنِ الْخَمْرِ regarding intoxicants. عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ regarding wine, intoxicants, and mother al-maisir, gambling. What is the position of it? What is the ruling attached to these things? Then the Prophet Allah now commanded the Prophet ﷺ to address his companion that ul fihima ithmun kabir. In it there is a great mother grievous sin. In it, in taking intoxicants or gambling, there is grievous sin. Fihima ithmun kabir wa manafi'u linnas. But also people have benefit from them. Out of the selling it, the income they have it, they use it for other things. وَلْفِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ. He now said, وَإِثْمُهُمَا, the sin in it, أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا, is more than the benefit that people obtain from it. Meaning, the benefit is more than its detriment. The Prophet ﷺ now addressed his companions regarding to that, فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا. This is the second stage of it. In this stage, it has not been made prohibited also completely. Sayyidina Umar still makes supplication. Allahumma bayyin lana bayanan shafi'a. O Allah, make it crystal clear to us about the rulings of mother al-khamr, intoxicant. What is the position of it? Is it haram or it is halal? Then the second stage, because at that time, when it's time for prayer, they do go and pray while they are in a state of mother intoxicant, while they are in a state of losing the mother, the sense of reasoning. They stay, recite the Quran, leaving one ayah to the next, leaving a surah to another surah. To the extent, there was a time that a Sahaba from the companions of the Prophet was appointed to be the Imam, to lead the prayer. He chose to recite Surah Al-Kafirun. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ لَا أَعْبُدُ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ. Instead of وَلَا أَنْتُمْ أَعْبِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ, he recited وَنَحْنُ نَعْبُدُ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ. We worship what we worship, because he has already lost control of what he's doing. He's reciting it, he's mixing it up. Then this mother triggers the third stage of the ayah of something like its prohibition, but was not totally prohibited. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إنما الخمر والعفو يا الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون. O ye who believe, don't even go close to prayer. Don't go to the house of Allah. Don't even come close to the house of Allah Azza wa Jalla while you are in a state of mother intoxicating. You already lost control. وَأَنْتُمْ سُكَارَى حَتَّى تَعْلَمُوا مَا تَقُولُونَ, until you know what you are saying. Meaning, when it's at that time, when it's almost time if before the time of prayer they try to take wine or something that intoxicate them, very close to the time of prayer they don't take alcohol or wine again. Then so that at least they will have mother, their brain will be in order, and they will join the congregation in the prayer. Then, as the Sahaba recited that ayah, then that second stage now come down. لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون, until you know what you are saying. ولا جنبا إلا عابري سبيل حتى تغتسلوا. Then that served as the mother third stage. Sayyidina Umar was so angry in a way that how will someone reciting the Quran? To another mother narration, he was the one who was appointed as the Imam reciting that ayah. He was not happy, twisting that ayah with that we are worshipping what we are worshipping. Having mentioned that, then he now made a supplication. Allahumma bayyin lana bayanan shafiya. O Allah, reveal to us a criterion. Make it crystal clear the position of wine. Then the fourth stage of that triggers the fourth stage of the revelation. Then Allah now prohibited wine from that time until the day of resurrection. Ya ayyuhal ladina amanu, O ye who believe, innama al-khamr wal-maisir, indeed al-khamr, and that is wine, anything that intoxicates, anything that makes you lose control, or lose your mind, or your mind to disappear. إنما الخمر والميسر, and also gambling, والأنصاب والأزلام, sacrifice that they made from other idols, والأزلام, and game of chance. رجس من عمل الشيطان, all these things are defilement, contamination, pollution of the shaitan. فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ, Allah now said that you should avoid it, abstain from these things. لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, in order for you to receive the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Meaning someone does not avoid mother intoxicants or drugs or wine or anything that intoxicates you, that person will not receive Allah's, or that person will not be successful in this world and also on the day of resurrection. Now that was the reason why mother, that was the state that taking alcohol or anything that intoxicates was made prohibited, because إنما يريد الشيطان أن يوقع بينكم العداوة والبغضاء في الخمر والميسر. The aims of shaitan is for him to cause animosity and hatred among you through that intoxicant and mother gambling. في الخمر والميسر ويصدكم عن ذكر الله. Another reason of it, for him to prevent you from the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and also to prevent you from prayer. Allah now mentioned that في الخمر والميسر ويصدكم عن ذكر الله وعن الصلاة فهل أنتم منتهون. Want to abstain from all this, from taking that intoxicant, want to abstain from gambling. When the ayah was revealed, Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, without any forms of mother arguments, he now said, Intahayna, intahayna, we've abstained from this, we abstain from it. This shows that Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab and the rest of the Sahaba, they are people who are not arrogant or rebuking the statement of Allah Azza wa Jalla when Allah revealed an ayah, because it's part of arrogance for someone to recite an ayah of Allah Azza wa Jalla for you to rebuke the statement of Allah Azza wa Jalla. For that, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, the mind that Allah bestows upon you is a gift which you need to appreciate Allah Azza wa Jalla. That mind is the foundation of a person's humanity. From the time this mother, that faculty is disappeared, then you look irresponsible and inhuman. The foundation of also the mind is also the foundation of the nature of person, and is also the basis of his assignment, because all those at-takalif, the do and the don't, are all based on mother, that mind. And with that mind, someone thinks, with it you perceive, and also the speech of the Sharia is directed. Al-Hasan al-Basri mentioned in his statement that if the mind that mind that Allah bestows upon you is to be bought or is to be sold and you have to buy it, people would have exaggerate in its price. You will not be able to buy it. There is no amount to be able to offer for Allah for you to buy mine. But Allah now gave you this as a gift. Instead of you to appreciate Allah Azza wa Jalla by using it in the right direction, you now have to use your wealth also, which serve as also the gift and the bounty of Allah upon you, using it to buy something that will corrupt that mind. That is totally prohibited. That is totally prohibited. The Prophet ﷺ has prohibited something that has to do with al-khamr. فَكُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ خَمْرٍ. Anything that intoxicates, it is mother, it is alcohol, it is haram, it is alcohol, and every mother, anything that intoxicates or every alcohol, provided it intoxicates, that in it also is prohibited. And also anything that you take in another statement of him, anything that you drink that intoxicates you, that thing is also forbidden. From the statement of everything that intoxicates you is common. Meaning, even if it is food you are taking and that food will corrupt your mind, you should know that you are taking intoxicants and you are taking haram into your mind, into your body. Even if it is drink or you are injecting yourself or something that you sniff, provided it intoxicates you, that is also al-khamr. It's alcohol or wine, and it is prohibited by the statement of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and by the statement of Allah Azza wa Jalla. According to the consensus of the scholars, that whoever look at it, that the statement of Mother Ibn Abidin, may Allah have mercy in him, he made comments in the statement of the Prophet ﷺ, that man qala bihallil hashisha, that whoever permits al hashish is something that intoxicates, just like mother marijuana. Anyone that legalizes, that person is indeed miscreant, or someone who lack understanding of Islam, or someone who innovates in the Islam. Also, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, give comment regarding to that hashish is more vile, meaning it's more dangerous than alcohol itself that they prohibit, because of the new discovery regarding to how it intoxicates people. Intoxicant is something that we have to avoid because it is the Khaba'i, by the statement of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan. May Allah be pleased with him. He mentioned that uh, in his statement that Khaba'i, the mother of all evil, anyone who can take alcohol or wine that intoxicates him, that person can commit any forms of evil. That person, and from the time someone is taking wine or anything that intoxicates him, that person, but that iman, that is faith, is extracted from the soul, from the body of that person. That is why the person can do and undo. He can do anything because he has already taken something which can cause him to do anything. That is why I now say that al-khamr, that intoxicant is the mother of all evil. And the Prophet ﷺ compared that khamr, that intoxicant, with like someone who is worshipping idol. Because of time, inshallah, and I am told that the Imam is around, I'm going to stop here. There are other things that I'm supposed to mention about, but I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to count us among those who listen to the just short advice and act upon what we heard from the statement of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Allah azza wa jalla. Assalamu alaikum.